Are you starting to feel different? Does this feel different than it did last summer? Are you in a different boxing place?
Yeah, like mentally and physically, I'm in a completely different place. I feel like I've learned so much more when it comes to boxing and understanding boxing, whereas in the last fight I didn't really get it. I kind of just was trying to hit and not get hit, whereas now it's like, okay, there's a reason why I'd want to get hit so I can set up another shot to hit him with, etc. Like, you know, I've got game plans, I've got things in mind, things in motion, I've got combos I want to use. Yeah, it's just more calculated.
Are you thinking like a fighter?
But yeah. I mean, I have to. It's a pro fight, man. Like, shots count, so I can't just, you know, go in there and just be like, oh, I'll just hit him and see what happens. I have to make every calculated move to make sure I win this fight.
And when you watch replays or the fight you had last summer, when you watch that back, do you stop it and look at things you're doing wrong? Do you analyze yourself? And are you harsh?
We have analyzed ourselves several times. Me and Vidal, we've gone through the clips several times, and we understand what I did. Like with the first fight, I wasn't active enough. I didn't do enough. I was just weighing. I let him judge the pace, especially in the early round. So I want to change that. I want to dictate the pace tremendously, and we've been working on that. Yeah, even just with the jab, I didn't deal with the jab. His jab, it was just constant. I just kind of just stayed on the outside. Even the way I was like moving, it was just stupid. Like there was no thought behind it. So.
You know, maybe you're being a bit harsh on yourself because let's get this right. You know, you went into that as a raw novice. As a raw novice, you might have liked boxing, but you were still a raw novice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot has changed now. A year's gone by, and I feel like now I know what I'm doing in that ring, and it's not just, you know, whatever. I'll hit him and see what happens. So.
And do you need to be the new KSI? Do you need to think differently to beat this guy this time around?
Well, I mean, I feel like he has helped me level up to a point which I didn't think I could reach.
So he's motivated you?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I felt I was complacent with the last fight. You know, I was like, oh, he's only got 3, 4, 5 months to train, and I've had almost a year to train. Like, he's not going to be able to reach my level. And he was able to pretty much stop me with a jab. It's pathetic. So with that, I was just like, okay, we need to work hard. And
could I just say, this is a stop press moment, because if I'm not mistaken, that was almost a compliment you paid Logan Paul there. Just careful, just don't get carried away, but it seemed that way.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. But either way, like, you know, with this fight, a lot of people are going to be surprised at how good I am.
And one thing, excuse my ignorance, you know, it's not my game's boxing, as you know, and your game's your game, and you're in my game, and you're doing a good job getting ready for it. Very professional. I'm very impressed with you and your entire team. But let me ask you this: before you and him got in the ring last summer, had you met? Did you interact? Did you speak to each other? Did you send each other text messages?
So before the first fight, we did actually meet. I think it was at a Super Bowl. But we didn't really talk much.
Shake hands?
I think we said hey. Like, it was kind of like, I'm a YouTuber, he's a YouTuber, and we're like, cool. And yeah, we kind of just didn't really talk much after that.
He was saying to me when I spoke to him, it's the first time I'd ever spoke to him. It was like it's the first time I spoke to you. He said, Buncey, I don't think of myself as a YouTuber now. I think of myself as a fighter.
Yeah, I mean, I still see myself as a YouTuber, and I still see myself as a musician. I still see myself as a fighter. Like, I can change whenever I need to, and right now I'm in fighting mode. But like, ultimately, like, whenever I need to become a YouTuber, I can become a YouTuber. And like, there will be times where, you know, the whole entertainment side will come into through the whole boxing. And it's just like, I want to show people I'm just way better than they think. Like the last fight, I was just scrappy. You know, but that was just the heart in me to make sure I didn't lose. Like, I'm not a person that likes to lose. I hate losing, so.
And you talked about meeting before, shaking hands at that Super Bowl. Have you had any contact that, I mean, I'm asking you to give me a big exclusive here. Have you had any contact over the last couple of months, or do you blank him if he ever tries to reach out to you?
Yeah, well, he's been trying to message me, trying to send me text messages, but I changed my number, so I don't know what he sent me. And he's been DMing me on Instagram, and I just leave him on red. So pretty much I just don't let him try to get in my head. So.
And finally, something happens to fighters, and let's deal with this. You're a fighter. You've been in camp 10 weeks. You've got a license. You're not going to be wearing a head guard. You're wearing 10-ounce gloves. You're a fighter. You're a professional boxer here. Have you become a different person around friends? Have some of your friends said, you know what, you're getting really miserable. You're getting really on edge, more than in the past. None of these. Let's just point this out: that all of your team were over there looking, and they're sort of making funny faces. So you tell me, do you think you've changed?
I have changed, I guess, with how I am, like maturity-wise. And it's funny, one of my friends at Sex, yesterday, I saw him and he was there like, you just look like a different person, like compared to when I last saw you. And he was just there saying like, yeah, you look focused. You look focused and ready for this. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I've been through it. This camp, it's not like it was easy. It's not like I was just, strolling along and being like, yeah, that was great. Blood, sweat, and tears went through that camp. And yeah, it's the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. But I've come out one of the strongest people ever, so.
Do you recognise that in yourself?
Yeah, no, I fully recognize that in myself. I feel like I'm just a different beast, and I can't wait to show the world how insane I am. That's just it. It's more like I'm excited to get in that ring. It's not only just to knock him out, but to knock him out in such a beautiful style that people go, damn, he could actually fight other pro fighters and do some damage. Like that's the plan. So.